Hi everybody, and welcome to this episode of Discovering Laguna Woods. I'm Cyndee Whitney, and today we're going to be talking all about Ting. Ting is the new fiber optic internet system that we have here, and it's being installed right now all over Laguna Woods. So we're going to talk to a couple of residents, and they're going to be telling us about their install experience. So stay right there. We're coming right back, and we're going to be talking to Mark Rabinowitz and Dee Tucker. Stay right there.
Hello, my name is Lupe Hinojosa, and I am the fiber deployment specialist for Ting. Today we're going to talk a little bit about our pre-wiring. Pre-wiring is a process in which we run the cable on the outside in preparation for your installation. During this process, you're going to receive a 60-day notice. That 60-day notice is basically letting you know that we're going to have crews that are going to be out here working. Please keep your gates open. If your patio is enclosed and there is a lock on it, please leave it unlocked for the crews to come in, and it can be a little bit easier for the guys to get the wiring done in your home. We'll see some fiber optic cables hanging on the outside of your building, and some of the cable covers will still be off. Within 1 to 2 days, we will return to actually cover that up and make sure everything is sealed and clear. And to ensure that you receive important updates, confirm your phone number and email address with resident services at residentservices@vmsinc.org or call 949-597-4600.
So now I'm at the studio and I'm speaking with Mark Rabinowitz, and Mark has been kind enough to come in today and talking about Ting. He was one of the first people in the entire community to have Ting installed. I think you were like the second or third person.
Yeah.
And it was a bit of a different experience because there was a camera crew there, and not everybody's going to have that.
Very different experience.
But we want to talk about, Mark has been using it for a while, is the point I'm making, and we want to find out how is that going. So, hi Mark, thanks for coming in today.
My pleasure. Hopefully we'll be able to help some folks out here who have ideas that Ting is kind of a bad thing.
Well, I think people think, now I had mine a couple of days ago, so I'm the opposite of you. I've just have had it installed.
Yeah.
And I think people think it's complex, and I think that what we can do is we can talk about our experiences and they can take away from that. So I guess the first thing I want to ask you is, you had some expectations of what Ting was going to be like before it was installed.
I did, and those expectations were actually, it came down to the speed of what would come in and go out, and how fast my computer could digest coming and going.
Now, what are you talking about coming in and going out? Data, photos?
Data.
Large files?
Photographs, as you know, I
Yes.
certainly send a lot of photographs out to various groups. But that's all part of the data, and
Yes.
and it's the I forget what the term is, the download and the upload
Yes.
speeds
Yes.
have, since they installed Ting in my place, have all been right to expectations.
Okay.
I mean, I've had no problems there whatsoever.
Okay. Well, that's good, because that sounds like you have a different use than many people do, because you take a lot of photos and you process them and work on them and then send them someplace else.
Yes.
So, okay. So the usage of it now, just the day-to-day, like the average person would have, are you pleased with that, or how is that going?
It's fine.
Yeah.
When they installed Ting and got it all set up in my place, that day I switched over usage from West Coast. I still have West Coast coming in until Paul says we're done. Switched over to Ting, and it's like, okay, another day.
Well, yes, that's what I've found too. As I say, I've only had it a few days, but It's like, I don't understand what the difference is. It comes in, it turns on. Now, I have a lot of streaming channels, and I haven't really played around with that yet. But do you stream
No.
anything Paramount Plus?
No.
Oh.
I don't. I will soon.
Okay. Yes. I'm looking at you like, I can't live without my streaming services. What kind of life do you have?
As little television as possible.
Okay, all right. No, I'm joking because the point I'm making is there's a real range of viewership here in the village. A lot of people watch TV a lot of people don't. A lot of people want to watch the movies. The content is very kind of personal to people.
One of the things that I've perceived is that regarding the television is that the pictures seem to be a little clearer. I don't know if that's just perception or fact. And I've just not had a problem with Ting. There have been a couple of outages along the way, like yesterday.
Yes, but that
was everybody got turned off because of Southern California Edison.
Yeah.
But there have been a couple of bumps along the way, but I also realize that this system, and being one of the first to have it, I've had it longer than most folks.
Yes.
So there have been probably 3 or 4 outages since they put it in. And that is all related to, this is a new system and they're working through the little bugs.
Okay.
But it's been a long time.
And it came back on and it was...
Yeah.
Okay.
It would come back on. And it's been quite some time now since I've had any problems or any outages prior to yesterday.
Yes. Well, one of the things I want to do is help people, because I was a little fearful before it was installed. I have to admit that because, there's a lot of voices that we're hearing about people having concerns about the Ting installation, this and that. It was so effortless, and I took a lot of photos, and I'm going to hopefully be showing them. I had to move my console that had my TV on it, and I moved that myself, and that was fine. And a young man came, he introduced himself as David, and he took off his shoes, and he was so sweet and so kind, and I asked him a lot of questions. He was in and out of my house in under 30 minutes. He showed me how to turn it on. He helped me link up my phone and my computer to the system, and that was it. And he was gone.
Right.
I did chase him down. Chase him down the sidewalk after he left for a second because the arrow was on the console and the wire went right across to the plug, and I thought that's not good looking. So I said, David, do you have a longer wire? He said, I have a better fix. And he came in and he put the arrow on the floor.
Yeah.
And he said, you could put it down there. And I said, okay, problem solved. So I mean, I had no fears. I sat down and I thought, this was so effortless.
Yes.
I was very, very pleased.
Yes.
And I also want to tell people, too, that in the January-February Village Breeze, there is a really good article with lots of photos of who the folks are that are going to be coming out and what the whole process looks like.
In fact, that photograph right here is one that I took a very long time ago.
It's a very good photograph.
We were walking and I saw these guys working and I thought, wouldn't that be interesting? And so I took it. Little did I know.
Well, thanks a lot. It's getting a lot of publicity. No, because it tells a really nice story about the crew and what they're working on and what they do outside your home, and then when they come inside your home, all that pre-work has been done. So it's kind of complex because it's something unknown. That's the major reason I think people are concerned. But there's really no reason to be, because the actual account of it, the moment that it's being set up and when it's done, it's nothing. I turned on the TV and it was the same.
And it looks, it works the same way.
And I get Paramount Plus and Netflix and HBO Max.
One of my thoughts was initially when I was informed that everybody was showing up at my house to install
I was there.
and you too.
We were all there.
Although you're always welcome there. Was why do we need to do this? What's the point? And then over time, in talking to people who were much more knowledgeable about what is happening than I, it's vital that this be done, because if we don't, we're going to be left in the dark ages, and everybody else will be moving forward. We're going to a new fiber optic system, I think it's called, and that's where the internet and everything is going.
Yes, it's
so
a
we've got to be
service provider.
Yeah, we've got to be stay up to date.
Yes, and it can then expand to meet other needs too in the future, so that this disruption, and it is a little bit of a disruption, will not have to happen again.
Right.
Yeah. So I think once everybody realizes that and understands that it's a good thing, and it's something that there's no consequence to it. Yesterday, install, tomorrow, all the same thing. There's no there's no change.
Once you're installed, you will, like you have, you will get up in the morning, you will turn on your computer, and it will say, "Here we go."
Yes.
And you won't know the difference between what was and what is now.
Yes, I already don't. So I mean, it's fine. So
other than it's a faster system.
Yes, I haven't. But I don't know how to judge that yet, because I don't upload or download anything. My tech needs are very small.
Yeah.
so I'm sorry I'm missing out on that, but I don't have that need. So I'm glad for you and others who do a lot of content about.
I like the fact that you brought up the perception of change. Change is, in this case, a good thing.
Yes.
And once it's in and turned on,
yes,
it's just not a big deal.
Yes. Well, that's it. I think people are fearful that they might lose something in this process, or something will be disrupted or different in a way that they don't like.
Yes.
But I can't, I haven't heard, and my neighbors have not said anything either, that there's any disruption, and we all have different TV needs and internet needs and so forth, and nobody is really saying that it's a problem. So and that's all I can report is lived experience. I am not a tech person. I cannot talk about tech at all.
Don't feel bad.
I don't. I think it's good to do that, and I'm glad we have so many people in this village. We have our wonderful Mac Club and our PC Club, and we have all of the people that you can go, and I am going to start attending those classes, because when I saw the list of classes, I thought, I don't know about these things, and why wouldn't I go to the class?
They're free. They're
free, and it also makes you aware of something else that you might like to find out about, and it will broaden your horizons and give you other tools in your life that you didn't even know about. So I'm glad we have all of that.
We're keeping up with what is taking place in the world around us.
Yes, and another thing, and I hate to bring this up, is they are helping us with scams, and I don't want to get into that discussion right now, but we're going to have another show on that. They're all helping us with that as well.
Yes.
So in wrapping this up, I just want to, a final statement that you say, what do you think? Should people, be concerned about the Ting people coming over and installing, or are they, just like do the simple steps they're asking you, and everything's going to be fine?
Right. My experience: Ting was installed the day that they turned it on. Like Cyndee said, somebody helped me get my TV and my computer and everything hooked up. And I just have not had any problems since then. Don't be afraid of what is ahead, because it's not a bad thing.
Oh. Beautifully said. I think we can all relate to that.
I hope so.
And I think everybody's blood pressure just went down a little bit, because it's comforting to know that it's a non-event. It's really a non-event.
It's a simple process, and the folks that come in to do it are very experienced at what they do. They know right where things need to go. They get the work done. They say thank you and take the little booties off their shoes, and then they go out the door and you're done.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, David was was very knowledgeable. I will say that. First of all, knowledgeable, polite, answered all my questions, patient. And I didn't have a lot of questions, but he, wanted to help me understand everything. And so I would say it's a very positive experience. So I hope that everyone realizes that it's a good thing, and the Ting folks are there to help you. And so that's it. I mean, I'm going to be talking to Dee, and we're going to be talking a little bit more about her experience too. So, and we will be right back.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hi, how are you? My name is Lupe. I'm with Ting. I'm the installer for you today. Are you ready for my installation?
By all means, come on.
All right,
in.
I got to first put on some shoe covers if you don't mind.
Don't mind a bit.
Mark, so today we're going to go ahead and install an ONT for you.
Okay.
ONT stands for Optical Network Terminal. That's a big word. However, what is an ONT? An ONT is a modem. The modem is going to be installed on the wall right by your window here in just a few minutes. It will take me approximately about 10 to 15 minutes to install this.
Well, that's not bad.
You'll see me walking in and out, and that's just me punching in the cable, and then we're going to seal every single hole that we drill for you.
Great.
At the end, we're going to install a router for you. It's called an Eero router. It's a mesh, and I'll give you instructions on how to download the app.
Okay.
Downloading and installing the Eero app is very easy. Just follow the next 3 steps and you're ready to set up your Eero pod. Open the App Store. Search for Eero. Press Get to download the Eero app.
Okay, Mark, so we went ahead and installed your ONT, and your ONT is mounted on the wall here.
Right.
Now there's going to be 3 solid lights. We need to see those lights always solid at all times. Okay. There's a power light, there's a broadband light, and then there's a service light. The power light indicates that there's power, sufficient power coming into the ONT.
Right.
The broadband light indicates that there's light levels. In other words, that there is signal coming from the outside.
Okay.
The last light is the actual service light. That means you paid your bill. Now, if you paid your bill, you're going to get a service light, or your service is ready to be used.
Good.
There is a 4th light. The 4th light blinks intermittently, and that light will blink when there is activity going on in your home network. Now, let's talk a little bit about setting up your app, your Eero app.
Okay.
Create an Eero account. Enter your phone number or email address. We'll send a verification code to you via text message. Enter this code on the verification screen of the app to create your account. Create your Eero network. After tapping Next, the Eero app will begin to look for your new Eero device. Your Gateway Eero's LED will begin to flash blue, and then turn a solid blue once found. Once your Eero device has been detected, select a location for your Eero device. Enter your network name and network password. This is how devices will join your network.
Now that you've downloaded the app and we've actually set up your app and we set up your Wi-Fi, here's where you can write down your username and your password. Your SSID is your actual username for your Wi-Fi. So when people come to your home, they're going to say, what's your Wi-Fi number? Well, what's your Wi-Fi name? This is the card that you can give them. It's going to show you the password for your Wi-Fi and your unique name to your home.
That makes it so much easier if there are any problems in the future for all of us.
Now, if there's any problems, and hopefully there's never problems, but if there is any problems, I'm leaving you behind a couple of magnets that you can put on your refrigerator.
Wonderful.
And you can have handy.
They're going right up on the door of the refrigerator when you leave.
Thanks, Mark. I really appreciate it.
So I'm speaking now to Dee Tucker in her lovely home, and we're here today because we want to find out about how Dee's install of the Ting fiber network went. So, hi Dee, how are you today?
Good morning, I'm good.
That's good. It's a beautiful day in your beautiful home.
Thank you.
And we're talking about the Ting install, and you were telling me that it was pretty smooth. So tell us what happened when they came to your home.
Well, first, before that, I got all the notices. They tell you they're going to email you, they're going to call you for the appointment. That all went smoothly.
Yes.
They came on the day of the appointment. They put covers on their shoes. They introduced themselves, and then they talked about where they'd like to place the equipment.
Yes. And were they able to place the equipment more or less where you thought they were going to do it, or is it functioning well?
Yes, everything is working fine. Everything is fine. I was surprised about where they wanted to put it, but it worked. It worked just fine.
So there was a little accommodation that you made and they made to make everything work in your home. And that's interesting because, everybody's layout is different. Not only is the layout different, but where we place our furniture is different, where we might put our TV consoles or, mount our TVs and so forth. So,
right.
So it's got to work with where it comes into the house and where it, is able to, work on your TV. So you think the communication basically was good for them coming over and getting things up and running?
Right. They were here about 45 minutes. My neighbor wanted to come because she was in the pipeline.
Yes.
And she wanted to ask questions, and I finally had to say, just wait till they get to your house because she lives in a 2-story. So every unit is going to be a little bit different, I think.
Well, I think that's one reason why I wanted to talk to you today. And I'm also talking to Mark Rabinowitz, and I had my install about 3 or 4 days ago. So I'm newly, now an expert on what that's like. And it was about 30 minutes for me, and it was very easy. It was easy in and out, and I got a lot of information. They answered my questions, and it was done. It was very efficient and very professional, same thing. So I think that's what people are curious about. That's why your neighbor wanted to know. That's why she wanted to come in and say, I don't know what this is going to be like. It's just basic, tell me what it's like. What does it involve?
That's what people are afraid of, is the unknown.
Exactly.
They helped me put the eRow app on my phone.
Yes.
And they suggested the username and they suggested the password, or they allowed me to do the password.
Yes.
Later, something happened and I had to put the password in again, and I couldn't get it to work. So I went to the website. There's a website on the Laguna Woods Village website, and there was a chat bot. And I finally said, am I talking to a real person? And they said, do you want a live agent? And I said, yes. And they said, they'll call you in a few minutes. They called me in 5 minutes, and I realized the error was mine. Because when I put the password in, of course, I didn't put it in the same as I had in my head. So it worked fine.
We were chatting a moment ago, you and I, about technology and how it came into our work environment first before it came into our personal lives, I think, because if we were working someplace, that company got computers and internet and everything else in there for us to work with and kind of trained us on it. And so we came to it, and it was a big change, a real big change. And we've been keeping up with it. I think, our generation has been keeping up with it for a while since then. And so this is another one of those changes. And we have a whole community to support us on this. And we're going to get, into this and past it, and we're going to be enjoying our new system. And it'll be just something that we, experienced, and that's it. So.
Yeah, I am in the PC club.
Yes.
And so we've done a lot of work with Ting, and we do have some helpers that'll help you with it. And I found that if people just understand what's going to happen, and you are able to answer their questions, then they're more open to what's happening.
Yes, yeah, it's a thing that's going to happen. There's a lot of support here. Everybody's available to answer your questions, and there are no dumb questions in this one. There are no dumb questions. You can ask whatever, and I applaud your neighbor for coming over saying, I don't even know what this looks like. I want to watch it happen. I think that's great. So everybody is in that same place. Now, you mentioned the PC Club. Yes, you have lots of information for people, and also the MAC Club does too. There's a lot of programs and lectures and things that they're putting out there for everybody. So this is a good time for people to become acquainted with those two groups anyway, because everybody has a computer, mostly everybody. So for that reason, get to know the helpers.
There was also a big article in the Village Breeze just recently.
Oh, it was great. We're going to show that.
And so people need to educate themselves.
Yeah.
There is lots of information and support.
Oh, yes, yeah, absolutely. See, we need to be walked through things, It's like we need to know, don't tell me the middle and the end of something. Tell me from the very beginning, the why this is happening, then why this particular organization is coming here. What will it become? What do we need to know? I mean, there's lots and lots and lots of questions because it's a big system change. So I'm glad that there are so many places, opportunities for us to, get that information that we need. So is there anything that you would, like to add to your experience or anybody that that you had questions and, you felt that would be, important to pass on to somebody?
I don't think so. My experience was good. And I continue to be involved with the PC Club and support the residents. The PC Club does have independent contractors that can come to your home and assist you if you're befuddled after, they leave, after Ting leaves. Of course, there's a fee for that. And that's what sometimes angers people. But Ting is contracted to do, what they do, and then if you need extra support, there is support for you.
Yes, and I'm glad you mentioned that because there are times when something weird happens, and it's like, well, I don't know, I don't want to call the Geek Squad or for something like that. If there's only somebody I could call, and even if there is a fee, it's very low, by the way. I have had someone help me in the village who lives here and does that sort of, I'll come out to your home thing, and it's wonderful to have this, like a neighbor coming over saying, here, let me help you with that. And I mean, I love that, It's like having an auto mechanic or something, I don't know how to do that. Can you just answer my question?
Yeah. They're residents helping residents.
Yes, I do like that, and I'm happy to pay. So, well, all right, Miss D, we appreciate you letting us into your home and letting us see how Ting was installed here, and that you're pleased with it. That they accommodated, I think, some of your requests, which is also good to know. That you said, well, could you put it here, or could this, could be, because that's important. Everybody's home is different. Where they have their TV is different, and so it's good to know that they come in and assess things and say this is going to be the best for you.
Well, we're glad you're here, Cyndee.
Oh, well, I'm happy to do this, and I think we're going to continue to do it step by step. There'll be other things as Ting advances into the community. We still have thousands of people. As it advances in, and there'll be other things, questions that people will have. So we'll try and keep everybody up to date and up to speed as we possibly can. And we thank you for having the PC Club, for being here, first of all, but also being active in the PC Club so people can go somewhere and get answers and fixes, because you get stuck sometime. And tax season's coming up, and there's all sorts of reasons why you're going to be on your computer for other things. And it's like, it's going to be important for people to have help. So thank you for being a helper.
You're welcome.
In the community. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, and we'll be right back. Well, thanks for joining us today as we spoke with Dee Tucker and Mark Rabinowitz about their Ting installation. They answered a lot of our questions, but if you have additional questions, you can get information from the lower third of the screen, and there will be a lot of information for you so that you can know more about the Ting installation. that's coming soon to your home. So thank you very much. We hope that you're taking good care of yourselves and everybody around you, and we hope to see you next time and every time on Discovering Laguna Woods. Bye-bye for now.